Welcome to Code Freedom. This is your host, Eddie Bales, and I'm excited to share with you episode 249, and we're going to talk about not taking things personal. It actually comes from the book, The 4 Agreements. And by the way, if you've never read The 4 Agreements, I highly suggest you get it. You can get a link to the copy of the book down in the show notes. But taking things personally is so important, especially when it comes to freedom, because, you know, if you really think about it, when someone says something to us, if we don't like it, it's really more of a reflection of them, okay? So taking things personally is something that we often grow up learning. It's a behavior, right? Because let's just look at a baby, right? You could often find how we should be in a baby's purest form. So, you know, if you look at a baby, and if you were to say something crazy to a baby, even if they understood what you were saying, they probably wouldn't react to it. Why? Because they know that it's not them. But as we grow up, we learn these behaviors, and that's one of them, is that we decide to take things personally. It's a reflection of us. Well, it's really a reflection of them, but we decide to take it as a reflection of us. So taking things personally, it liberates you, especially when we're talking about emotional management, because a lot of times we can get down and out about ourselves. We can go in a depressive state. We can fall into a bad vibration. If you watch episode 248, you know what I'm talking about. But we can fall in a place that's in unalignment with our future because we're so focused on what someone said about us, and we decide to take things personal. And by the way, I got to tell you this could come from a spouse, right? This could come from anybody, right? It could come from anyone that just says something that you know in your heart of hearts it's not true, but we decide to take it personally, right? And it often dictates how we operate, how we move. We have this offense that we carry, and it just causes so many issues. So freedom is not just financial, but freedom is here in the mind. And if you can walk through life and not take things personally from people, because it's going to happen everywhere, right? I mean, think about it. As a business owner, the prospect says no. It's so easy to take it personally. They're not saying no to you. They're saying no to themselves, to be honest, right? And in business anyway, we know that no doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. So, you know, no means K-N-O-W, right? So it just means that they need to know more about the value that's present. And the value hasn't been, you know, displayed properly enough for them to want to buy. You follow me? But again, this is so important because it happens in relationships, it happens in the business world, it happens in, you know, in marriages, and it happens, I think it could even happen within our own mind, because we could take things personally based on, like, they don't even have to say it to you. Somebody could just mention it, or you could just see it on the internet, and then you start to take it personally as if they were saying it directly to you. You follow me? Somebody could be giving a sermon or anything, and we could often feel like it's applying to us because we have some insecurities in that area. We have some self-doubt or limited beliefs around those topics or those scenarios that are portrayed. And it's so easy for us to move in a spiral of negative emotions. Investing in the stock market is one of the fastest ways to really start to grow your wealth. So if you're looking to be financially free and you want to get started in the stock market, listen, I got a free gift for you. If you go down in the description below, there's a link for a Robinhood app where you could actually just click on our link, set up an account. All you got to do is free to set up, but you just upload some money and you'll be able to get a free stock. So take advantage of that. And I can't wait to hear your success story on your journey of investing. Things that just aren't going to serve us. So we got to learn not to take things personally. And it's in the book, again, The 4 Agreements. Powerful, powerful book. And that's exactly what it is. It's an agreement. It's something that we believe to be true, and we've held on to it, and we will let it rule us if we don't learn to operate and move past this. So we can't take things personally. I want to read something to you real quickly, you know, just that I don't want to go off the top of my head. But here's some powerful things, reasons why you don't want to take things personally. Number one is you get to avoid conflict and suffering, okay? So, and me personally, I don't like conflict anyway. So sometimes avoiding conflict is a bad thing, but it can be a good thing because it could cause you to not get down on yourself emotionally. Also, other people's opinions no longer affect you. Okay, so that's powerful. And then another thing is that you can't be easily manipulated by other people's opinions because you're not taking it personally, right? We got to move to a place where we know what we know, we have an identity, and we're strong in our identity, and nothing can shake us or move us from who we already know we are. But oftentimes, if we're not strong in who we are, then we could easily waver based on someone else's opinion. So that's why not taking things personally is so important. Here's some ways that you could put it into practice. You could remember that what people say is about them, not you. Also, don't believe everything you hear. It's easy to hear someone say something and we could take it the wrong way, and they didn't even mean it that way. You follow me? So this is such a powerful topic to talk about, and it will really liberate us, I believe, because I remember being a broke college student and wanting to be financially free, wanting to really have a life of freedom, but I just didn't know how. I didn't have any mentorship, any coaching, any guidance, didn't even know what kind of business to start. But I found something, a vehicle that had a proven system, had mentors and coaches, had all the resources and everything that I needed to really build a successful business with little overhead that I could work from home, I could do part-time, and really do it in my own time. And so if you're looking for a vehicle like that and you'd like to give it a shot, hey, reach out to me, let's connect. Go to eddiebales.com, or you can go down in the description below and you can click on that link. I look forward to connecting with you, and hey, we've already helped tons of other people, and we look forward to helping you on your journey to freedom as well. We move from taking things personally to letting it just bounce right off of us. And we just keep on moving. And here's the deal. Sometimes they meant to offend you. But that's the thing about it is, like, if someone means to offend you, but because you're strong in who you are, then you can't be offended. So now it's like they're throwing darts at you that just bounce right off of you because mentally and emotionally, and because you disregarded that agreement no longer applies to you. It's like a contract that's been broken, and that contract no longer applies to you, right? So it's so powerful, and that's why I wanted to have this episode, because it's definitely one of the keys to freedom. We can almost be a slave to other people's opinion, and we don't want that, right? We want to be able to control our own destiny and write our own story, but oftentimes we allow someone else's story to be our story. We allow someone else's opinion to be the opinion that we decide to take on. So don't take things personally. Learn how to move in spite of what other people say, what other people think, what other people feel, because it's really more a reflection of them and not you. And if we understand this and we take this to heart, I promise you, it's going to liberate you. It's going to free you. It's going to help you to move in such a different way that you'll actually make more sales. You'll actually have better relationships. And I'm telling you, it could happen, like I said, even in marriage. Like your spouse could say something and they don't mean any harm, but if you take it the wrong way, you could often be offended by it. But learning how to not take offense is it's everything, right? And so this is episode 249, and we're talking about not taking things personally. And of course, there's so much more I could go on this topic, but I just wanted to keep it short because I think it's that powerful that we could just keep it right there. The whole goal of this is to detach yourself from the opinions of others and live your life based on your own truth and not someone else's truth. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I can't wait to see you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. God bless.